In the heart of a bustling kingdom, where the sun painted the sky with hues of pink and orange at dusk, and the moon cast a gentle glow upon the land at night, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. She was known far and wide for her kindness, her beauty, and her gentle spirit. However, Cinderella's life was not always as enchanting as the kingdom she lived in. Cinderella had lost her parents at a young age and was left in the care of her stepmother, Lady Tremaine, and her stepsisters, Anastasia and Drizella. Unfortunately, her step-family did not share Cinderella's kind nature. They treated her as a servant in her own home, forcing her to do all the chores while they lived in luxury. Despite her hardships, Cinderella remained hopeful. She found solace in the company of the animals that lived in the kingdom, particularly the mice and birds that lived in the attic of her home. They became her friends and companions, providing her with comfort and companionship in her lonely life. One day, an invitation arrived at the castle. The king was hosting a grand ball in honor of his son, Prince Charming, who was seeking a bride. Every maiden in the kingdom was invited to attend, including Cinderella. Overjoyed at the prospect of attending the ball, Cinderella's step-family was quick to crush her dreams. "You cannot go to the ball, Cinderella," Lady Tremaine said. "You have nothing to wear, and you will only embarrass us." Heartbroken, Cinderella watched as her step-family prepared for the ball, leaving her behind. As she sat alone in the attic, she heard a voice say, "Do not despair, Cinderella. You shall go to the ball." To her amazement, Cinderella saw her fairy godmother appear before her. With a wave of her wand, the fairy godmother transformed Cinderella's rags into a beautiful gown, her old shoes into glass slippers, and a pumpkin into a magnificent carriage. "Go to the ball, Cinderella," the fairy godmother said. "But remember, you must leave before midnight, for when the clock strikes 12, the magic will end." Cinderella arrived at the ball, and she was the talk of the kingdom. Prince Charming was captivated by her beauty and grace, and he asked her to dance. They danced all night, and Cinderella forgot her worries and sorrows, lost in the moment. But as the clock struck midnight, Cinderella remembered the fairy godmother's warning. She fled from the ball, leaving behind one of her glass slippers on the palace steps. The next day, Prince Charming was determined to find the mysterious maiden who had captured his heart. He declared that whoever could fit into the glass slipper would be his bride. Cinderella's step-family tried to squeeze their feet into the slipper, but it was too small. When Cinderella's turn came, her stepsisters laughed, knowing her foot could never fit. But to their astonishment, the slipper slid onto Cinderella's foot perfectly, as if it had been made for her. The prince knew he had found his true love and asked Cinderella to marry him. She accepted, and they were married in a grand ceremony attended by the whole kingdom. Cinderella's step-family was filled with jealousy, but Cinderella forgave them, inviting them to live in the palace with her and Prince Charming. And so, Cinderella's kindness and resilience were rewarded, and she lived happily ever after, surrounded by love and magic.